What's up, everybody? This is Real Super Sand from Pojo again. The cards I ordered that I talked about in my last video came in the mail. So here I am doing my deck profile of one of my fun decks. I call this one Dark Paladin Hero. And if that's not obvious enough after you see the deck, I don't know what to say. Like I said, this is a fun deck. It uses my favorite archetype, the Dark Magicians. I've been playing with them for years. I took a huge break, like 6-7 year break from the game a while back. But before that, I'd played a Dark Paladin deck with all the original banned cards when they weren't banned. You know, Fiber Jar, Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, all that crazy stuff. Wasn't exactly the best deck, but I was a kid. It was, it was fun. And this deck is a modern version of that. Focused more on rank 4 plays and big creatures. Without further ado, start off with Master Key Beetle. I'm starting with the extra deck first for some reason. This is mainly to protect Dark Paladin. I'm not sure if I'll keep it in, but if I can pull it off, I have a solid defense. Excalibur, since there's a lot of warriors in the deck, might as well have a 4K beater. I got a fair amount of light monsters, so Star Leash, Paladinamo is a good choice. I run Cowboy just for those, just in case, that 800 damage. Black Ship and Diamond Direwolf for removal. Abyss Dweller because I'm using Bubble Man, and because I had an extra Abyss Dweller lying around. A Steel Swarm Roach because I play against a lot of decks that my friends have that have a lot of high-level monsters. And the last one is Crazy Box. I'm running Eradicator Epidemic Virus in here. I'm using 2 heroes, Absolute Zero and Shining. Amulet Dragon, Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. She's not that great. She's got a great effect and all, but she's harder to summon than the rest. I only have her in here because this is a casual deck. It's just for fun. And 2 Dark Paladins. Now on to the main deck, and I do not have a side deck for this because, like I said, it's just for casual games, just for fun. Running 2 Dark Magicians, and yes, I know this one is not legal. If anybody has any issues with that, I have about 80 Dark Magicians. I can easily swap them out. 1 Dark Magician Girl, just for Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight's effect, otherwise I wouldn't have her in here. Dark Magician Knight, because he's actually really easy to summon with this deck, and he destroys a monster once he's special summoned. And 1 Buster Blader. It'd be better to run 2 Buster Blader, with the way I run the deck. It's just easier to make Buster Blader work better. But I prefer Dark Magician, just a personal thing, and Amulet Dragon can summon spellcasters, so it's good to have a backup. I have a lot of light and dark monsters in here, so Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning is an obvious choice. And now on to the rest of the deck. Now the deck focuses on Elemental Hero Prisma, because of its ability to become another monster, basically. That's the whole purpose of having this card in the deck. And of course I run 3, and I have ways to search it out, ways to summon it from the deck. The deck does not function without Elemental Hero Prisma. I'm also running 3 Call the Haunted, as you'll see later, to help me bring him back. I'm going to test 3 Bubble Man for now. I've noticed this deck does not have a hand very often because of Dark Paladin's effect, and I have ways to search this out as well, so this should give me the rank 4 plays that I'm looking for. And it also means that Abyss Dweller is stronger. Running 3 King of the Swamp as a fusion substitute material and to search for polymerization. Yes, I am using polymerization. 2 Summoner Monk. I would run 3 if I could. This card is amazing. I feel like I need some more spells in the deck, but this helps me get into my rank 4s. 1 Breaker the Magical Warrior. This is my favorite level 4 spellcaster. 1 Skilled Dark Magician, just a fun tech of mine. I've always wanted to find a deck to use it in again, so I'm just playing around with it for now. It's not exactly necessary in here. Kaiku is a better choice. I just like Skilled Dark Magician. 1 Photon Thrasher for those Star Leash plays, for the rank 4s, just to generally spam the board. And last but not least, Thunder King Ryo, because it is a boss. Now onto the spells. I believe my deck is 41 right now. It might be 42, I forgot. My searchers, I'm running 1 Rhoda and 3 E-Call. I'm not running any draw power in here. I had Upstart Goblins, but I needed to take them out for space. I don't want to run Duality because I'm supposed to be special summoning every turn. I don't have any extra cards or anything like that, so I'm just going to stick with this as is. As I said before, it is a fun deck, so I don't expect it to win often. 2 Polymerization, 2 Miracle Fusion, and 2 Timaeus. This was a pain to get. Can't believe they're still about $18. Or at least they were when I picked them up. I was running, before I had Timaeus and stuff like that in, I was running 3 Polymerization and 2 Miracle Fusion, but the Eye of Timaeus gives me access to those other fusions that are very fun to play with. I'm using 2 Knight's Title. Dark Magician Knight you only need 1 of because it can be summoned from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So, Elemental Hero Prisma becomes Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magician can bring out a Dark Magician from the hand, deck, or graveyard. I have Call the Haunted. I have plenty of ways to get Dark Magician on the board. This allows me to summon Dark Magician Knight, a warrior with equal stats, and pop a monster on their board. Or any card, really, I believe. Yeah, 1 card on the field and destroy it. So, that's quite useful. It's a fun little guy. The staples, I'm using Dark Hole and 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. And that's all for the spells. Now onto the traps. I'm using 2 Call the Haunted. I was using 3 for a while, but I decided there were better traps to run, like the Transmigration Prophecy. This is a very underrated card. I use it because I use Summoner Monk. If I need to ditch a Miracle Fusion in my hand, I can get it back later. And last but not least, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Now this is meant to tie in well with Dark Paladin, stopping their spells and traps. I don't have a way to stop monster effects currently, but I may work in Forbidden Chalice, which also is Summoner Monk fuel. And tokens, because why not, even though I don't have any cards in here that generate tokens. I always have tokens in my decks, just to separate things out. So, that is the basic deck. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you would do differently. Like I said, I want to try to fit some more spell cards in here to make Summoner Monk more useful. It'd be cool to have some extra draw power, or just some good deck thinning, because I don't really have any ways currently to do that. Again, it's not supposed to be super competitive. That's why I'm not trying to get Exiton or Arc for it, unless they get reprints. I just want it to be kind of a casual deck that can compete decently with casual decks that other friends make, without going into the super high dollar cards. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Real Super Sand from Pojo, and go away.